Hey guys, welcome back to Fun Sons in the Slam Dungeon. Today we have two very special guests joining us. We have Jack and Mats from the Almighty Kraanium. Just want to give you guys a quick heads up. I accidentally recorded this podcast at a very high recording volume, and I didn't realize it until I went back and edited the whole episode. So we tried our best to edit it to where it doesn't sound as bad. I guess I was just a little too excited to interview one of my all-time favorite slam bands, and I didn't realize it, so we do apologize. We tried our best to edit it, so we do apologize if there are some audio hiccups here and there. We'll definitely try better next time. So definitely want to dedicate this episode to a couple people, mostly Martin. Buddy, we miss you. You're gone, but you're never forgotten. Your legacy will live on in Kraanium's music. Rest in power, man. We miss you. And also want to dedicate this episode to my co-host Cage. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to be a part of this episode because at the time of the recording, he was down on vacation in Mexico. So he will be in the next episode, but let's get on with it. This episode is very highly anticipated, so without further ado, here's Kraanium.
It's Fun Sons in the Slam Dungeon. Today I got some very, very special guests. We got Mats and Jack from Kraanium here. Guys, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks. What's up?
Thanks for having us, man.
Hell yeah. So, tell me, this tour package.
Yeah.
Like, this is a fucking stacked tour package. Like, holy shit, how'd you guys get on it?
Well, our boy Rob from Cognitive just wrote us up on a messenger and asking if we wanted to do a tour, and we like, sure, hit us up, and then at the end, beginning, we didn't really know what bands were on it, and he said, I'll get some good bands and we'll get this rolling, and then turns out he's booking like two of our one Gorgasm and
Waking
the Cadaver, so it was a no-brainer, we were like right there.
And Waking the Cadaver's back.
Yeah.
It was so sad when they called it quits, and when I heard that they were coming back together, I was like, holy shit, this is awesome,
Yeah. I think it was a PR stunt though, just to get the crowd anticipating.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, now it's all, okay,
So then, what kind of challenges did you guys have to overcome in order to come out here?
Pretty much anything you can think of.
Yeah.
First of all, we had the visas that we need to get. First, you need special artist visas when you visit the States. And there are so many fucking things that you have to answer question.
So many pitfalls, and you get one of them wrong, you're not approved.
So we had to hire lawyers and everything.
Holy shit!
To simply take care of all the shit that we did not understand anything of.
Wow.
So the only thing we really did at the end was we applied for the visa interview, and there's different sorts of documents you need to sign first, and then shitloads, yeah.
Oh man.
And then off to the embassies, in our respective countries, and from there on out, fingers crossed, really.
Yeah.
That dates are approved, but we're here, so.
Because this is like the fourth time we're trying to get into the States, so our hopes wasn't really up this time, so we're like, it's touch and go now, and if we can't make it this time, we're pretty much gonna give up trying to get into the States,
I mean, it's tough anymore,
Yeah, it is.
That Trump dude is not making it sound.
Thanks, Trump.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
And then you guys are basically, with this tour package, you're heading into Las Vegas Death Fest, is that correct?
Yeah, in 2 fucking days.
Yep.
Man.
That's gonna be the vacation.
Yeah.
This tour.
So with that one, who are you guys most excited to see?
I would say Kill Everything for me. Yeah.
I have a couple. I'm stoked to meet the Pathology guys again.
Oh, hell yeah.
We toured with them on the European tour, and it was we just hit it off. So
hell yeah.
So see those guys again is gonna be amazing, and then this Black and Death stuff, Vitriol.
Okay, yeah.
I'm kind of
cerebral engorgement as well.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. So, Mats, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Does your gear like when you're in the studio recording an album,
Yeah.
Does it change from when you're in the studio to when you're on the road? Does it change at all? Does it?
It's like basically when you're on tour, I basically just use the gear that's provided to us, because it's too much
to haul around.
to haul around. But I know a bit about sound and stuff like this, so I tend to know how to tweak it to make it sound similar,
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of have our way of writing and sounding anyway, so it will still be the same feeling CD compared to live, I guess.
And this time,
more intense live though, of course. But I think it's more about how you write the music than how it sounds.
Okay.
Really.
Okay. And what about you with your vocal gear?
Well, I actually had to buy new gear when I got here because my old wireless setup just fucked up one night.
Oh shit!
And it did not want to get the audio anywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a Sennheiser now, also a wireless system. I can't really remember what microphone it is though, but
all you know is that it works.
Yeah, it really works. I'm super happy about it. It's so easy to set up. So, of course, it's different from in the studio. Studio used the SM7B, I think it's called, the Shure, that legendary one that pretty much everybody uses.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, and when we play live, we all try to have wireless equipment, so it's less cables to keep over.
Mm-hmm.
We have unlimited movement and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you're not having to worry about stepping on someone's cable and
exactly.
There goes their fucking guitar. You can't hear the guitar.
Exactly.
Fuck that,
Well, this time we have a legendary amp on tour too.
Yeah, we have a legendary amp. Yeah, Legend says that it's been used on the 5 first Feeders albums.
Yeah.
I have not yet to have it confirmed, but
that would be cool.
That's it.
All right, so I have a really tough question for both of you guys. You can think about this, but what would you guys have to say is the Slam album? Whenever
I think they decapitated by Devarment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. At least for me, that's what started the whole Cranium thing, so...
Okay, so Devourment inspired Kraanium. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Waking the Cadaver and also Cephalotropy as well, but I would say the one album I could not live without when it comes to Slam, for inspirational and just for the pure rawness and the way it should sound is Demolishing Decapitated.
And what about you?
Well, you pretty much nailed all of them, but also the first Abominable Putridity.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Fuck
one,
yeah.
Them Russians, yeah. Russian Heavy Machine,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, sure.
But also, Devourment has been
big influence.
Might be a cliche, but
huge influence.
that's the truth for us.
So then, since we're talking about influences, who would you say you take your vocal style when it comes to influences? Who would you say your vocal style is influenced from?
Martin?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this right now. When I heard the new album, it sounded like Martin. I was just like,
that's good though.
Whoa, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So since we're on the subject of the last album you guys came out with, tell me the recording process.
That was
a challenge.
Exciting.
We had fucking equipment breaking down on us.
Really?
Yeah.
And some software that would never seem to work. We could not find the bug, whatever it was.
No,
really?
It's still a mystery.
Yeah.
So we were way behind schedule and stuff like that. And to be honest, when I went in the studio, I was not happy with any of the material we wrote. But I was like, okay, this is what you got, I worked hard on it. That was probably the hardest album to write since I always write with my brother, That's why it was so hard for me to be happy with it, because I did not have my brother to argue over,
Right, yeah.
The way we would make songs is that we show each other the riff, then we have a fight till almost one of us killed each other, and then wait 2 days, and then we're like, yeah, it's kind of cool, But now I did not have anyone to fight with, so it was like, is this really good enough,
Right.
But listening to the whole thing when it was done, I was like, yeah, it sounded about right.
Yeah.
It was a tough album to write, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that.
The recording process was hard too.
Yeah.
Because we had to record separate
forth.
things, you know.
Oh, really?
Jason flew up to Matt's and they recorded guitars. Mika, he recorded the bass in Finland, and we recorded vocals at my brother's place.
Really?
Yeah. So we've been
Just kind of back and
Back
forth.
until we're done. Yeah.
Shit. So then, I obviously know that you are also in septic congestion.
Yeah.
So then, how were you approached by the rest of Kraanium? Like, how did you become their vocalist?
Well, how I remember it is that when the news broke that Marty passed away, I talked to the guys in Septic Congestion and said, first of all, we need to make a tribute. Because this, like, Marty has been my vocal inspiration since, I don't know how long, man, since the demo, really. I think it really cut through for me when 10 Acts came out. Like, shit, this is huge
nasty.
to hear. Yeah,
Awesome.
exactly. And we recorded the Slam Cranial Remains cover. And threw that up on Slam Worldwide. We did a couple of live appearances with the song as well, all around Denmark. And then I think you wrote on Facebook that show us your Cranium covers or anything like that. And I already talked to Matt like several times, but I've been buying merch from Matt's since ever he started selling it.
He basically bought all my Cranium collections.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Shit.
And we've been friends for like fucking
I don't know how long I thought.
10 years or something. Never met, just live like online, you know.
Exactly.
And to me it was just like a no-brainer, like he has to be the next successor after my bro.
He needs to carry on his legacy.
And at that time I did not know that even that his biggest inspiration was my brother, you know, so I pretty much
We're like, yeah,
did
this
the right
is...
choice. I think I don't really think we even put out an ad saying that we needed a new.
No, it was not really you.
I approached you first, and then
the only thing you really did was you said like, show me the Cranium covers you guys got. You know, you just wanted to see what was out there, and I just sent that one. And from there on out, it was just like one day you texted me and said, hey, we got these, was it 3 shows or something in Switzerland?
Yeah.
If I would be
try
down,
out?
Yeah, if I want to fly down and do them. And I said to Matt, well, for how long do I got to get the set list right? So I got 2 months. I said, I'll get back to you after 1 month because I didn't want to fly down there and not being able to do it 100%. So when 1 month passed, I was like, I called him and said, Matt, I honestly can't do this wholeheartedly because I'm not well enough prepared. 2 months was not enough to get the set list down to point. And luckily Andy could take over.
Yeah, we had like on these visuals we had like 3 different people just coming out and like paying their respects, you know. So it's kind of tribute as well. But then we came back from these shows, and then he said, guys, I think I'm ready for this, you know.
So then, obviously, you've been to the States before, Matt, correct?
Yeah.
And this is your first time in the States, right? How you liking it over here, buddy?
Love it.
Love it?
Fucking love it, man.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I work in Denmark. I work at the American Embassy.
Okay.
So
bouncer.
Oh, okay.
I'm their guard force. But I so obviously I'm surrounded by Americans all the time. So when words broke in there that we're going here, they all literally just told me just fucking wait until you come to this city, that city,
right? Yeah.
And what you're gonna see is gonna be so amazing. And I was hyped from way before we even had the visas. And when I got here, the only thing I can say is that until now it fully lives up to all the hype. All the hype. Fucking people are amazing. You know, they come out on fucking normal weeknights for the fucking show, kick fucking ass. You know.
Hell yeah.
And then. Like, holy shit, man, you guys need to get up. You need to go to work, school, or whatever, man. Some people have been driven. We had, one guy was driven by his dad.
Yeah,
for 4 hours.
4 hours just
to see the show. Then back home, go to school next day.
Some crazy fucks even drove like 8 hours.
8 hours, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, this kind of dedication is like, I've seen it in Europe, but never in the States before. So it's fucking insane. Overwhelming.
Hell yeah. So then, you know, obviously you got some tours under your belts, correct?
Yeah. A couple.
What would you have to say are some funny shit that happened on tour? It could even be this tour. It could be some European tour. From
okay, I think one story that sticks out is the Obi story. That's what Obi Fleck from Pathology. over in Europe. We learned the hard way that he is not to get anything else than beer.
Yeah.
Hard liquor for him?
Don't give the guy
No
whiskey.
fucking way.
No whiskey for that.
I'll let Jack here tell the story since he's almost had to like punch him out to just to get him to
Snap out of it.
Obi is the best fucking guy in the world. There's no
Motherfucking
doubt
legend.
about it. But he was hyped when we got there. He was hyped about the tour, and we all got shit-faced drunk the first night. Obi had too much whiskey, and it started on the whole. He's just sitting there, you know, with this mean look on his face, like, just punch me, you know, that whole, like some drunk people, they do that. They just,
Right, yeah.
they just go all out. Obi did that, you know, and it ended up with him just wanted to fight the whole bus, really, you know. But people were like, nah, fuck it, man, we'll go to bed, you know, man, and yeah.
But then he started messing with drivers, and
Yeah,
he said
with the
he's gonna
drivers.
beat up the drivers,
Yeah.
and then we had to stop it, and then
Next morning when
Yeah.
we saw Obi knew exactly what he did,
Yeah.
and he was, like, so embarrassed. But, like, that just added to the fucking story, man. He's just a big bear, man. He's just a happy guy, man. But don't give him too much whiskey, though.
yeah,
Alright, I'll remember that next time they come.
Yeah, I do that.
he'll probably hear that story for the rest of his life now.
Yeah, he will.
Just like next time you see him, just like remind him, hey, remember that one time?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that, you know. And he's just gonna turn over it and say like, hey, that's
Just don't even go there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So then, which stop on this tour would you have to say has been the best so far?
Fuck, that's hard.
Yeah, I know, because I think all shows have had one thing here and that kind of sticks out, but I think the show in Detroit was the one that
Most
was the
violent.
hardest one.
Most
We had like
that's for sure.
people, one guy broke his nose and another
shit.
one
Two
busted
other
his
were thrown
knees
out.
or something,
Yeah,
and they
two
got
other people.
thrown out. They had to wipe out the blood on the floor and stuff during the after our set, I think.
After our set, yeah.
Oh shit!
And was it Monday yesterday?
There's a-
Is it Tuesday today?
Wednesday.
Wednesday today. Okay, where did you play on Monday? Hold on.
is it Chicago?
St. Louis?
St. Louis, yeah. Oh, that's true.
And
man.
that was kind of surprising because our bass player is played there many times before, and he said like this show is gonna suck, you know, never any audience or anything here, and we proved him wrong, you know. It was a fucking great
That was
turnout,
fucking packed.
good pits, good merch sales, and everyone's just having a fucking good time, you know.
Oh yeah.
So long it's been surprisingly cool.
Oh yeah. So then, Mats, out of all of the Kraanium albums that you've recorded,
Yeah.
what would you have to say is like the essential album? Like if you could only listen to one Kraanium album, this is it.
I would say it's kind of hard because if it comes to songwriting, I would say the songs on postmodal choral fixation is the songs that I'm the most happy with, like the songwriting process and everything. So for the songwriting, it's this album. And sound-wise, I must go with the new album. I
Okay.
just think we nailed the whole way I wanted to make it sound.
Yeah, with the new album, I noticed you guys kind of, you brought the postmodal asphyxiation into it,
Yeah.
and while also blending the sound with like your older stuff too. It just kind of it sounded. I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but it sounded like well produced and just like raw.
Yeah, we aim for
Always
that.
the right word.
We try to find exactly like the good balance between the raw and well produced, not too polished, you know. Like,
it needs to be dirty. It needs to be
yeah.
nasty.
Oh yeah.
And I've gotten so many people asking me like, how do you get that guitar sound? And I say like, shh, that's our secret, you know.
It's
I'm
top
not the
secret.
chef. I'm not the chef.
Yeah.
I never reveal my recipes. And they're like, damn,
That secret ingredient.
damn.
Just it's a secret.
It's
Just
a family recipe.
Yeah, pretty much.
so then, let's go way back, Mats. Like
Yeah,
way back.
yeah.
What like, of course, you said before. No, you're good, man. You said before that Devourment was one of the biggest influences to start Cranium.
Indeed.
Tell me how you guys got Cranium together. Like, did you guys put an ad in the paper asking for members, or?
Well, we kind of did both because we had like this other type of hardcore stuff going on that didn't really get anywhere. You know, we had like it was me and my bro and a drummer, and just like we was 5 guys in band, but the 2 others they wanted to like just keep it like a side hobby, you know, not something that they would like.
Not something they want to like do, like get more into, you know.
So we just like we had a lot of arguments and decided to just like take a break, you know, about the whole band thing. And then maybe after 6 months, this dude says like, shouldn't we try to write some harder stuff, you know, maybe some death metal and shit like that? And we're like, for myself, I don't think I had the skills for guitar, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, okay, well let's try. And then we had a couple of members trying out, but it didn't really work. And then I just put up an ad saying we need some guitarist or some bass player. And then we found the guitar player Vidar at that time, and he joined the band, and he were kind of getting into the same bands as us, you know, like the more like brutal death metal bands like Devourment and Abominable Trinity and all this. And we were like, maybe we should try to get some inspiration from there, you know. And the drummer, he was like really into Dying Fetus and all this stuff, you know, so he would bring like the grooves. So we just started jamming, you know. First we didn't really, I kind of felt like we were just going around blind and not really figure out what we should write and stuff like this. And to me, I don't really think that we catched our style until we wrote Double Barrel Penetration. That was like the first real slam song for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just started doing shows and shit like that, you know. We sounded heavy and stuff, but we didn't have a bass player.
Mm-hmm.
So at some shows we were like, okay, we're trying to look for a bass player now and we haven't found anything. So just for fun we said like, okay guys, if someone plays bass here, I want to join the band. Okay, just let us know after the show. These dudes say, yeah, I play bass, you know. And then basically we had a bassist. So from there it was just trying to get our name out there and starting playing in Sweden and stuff like this. And I think a lot of people opened their eyes for us because slam didn't really exist back in Scandinavia at that time.
Still does.
So we can kind of like ride on that, the whole thing that we're from the land of black metal, but we play slam, you know. And that's
you kind of have to stick out. And...
So. And some people hated it, other people loved it, you know. But here we are today, so I think it was them. Yeah.
So then, do you guys collect CDs or vinyl at all?
CDs.
No, I sold all mine because I don't have space.
Okay. So then, do you guys remember the first album you ever bought on CD? What was it?
For me it was Pennywise. Pennywise, I think.
Okay.
And I didn't really buy it. I snatched it from some CD store.
Oh shit!
But that was like what got me into the whole punk and hardcore stuff, and then it just evolved from there.
Okay.
First CD I ever bought myself was from a local Danish band called Dismiss Lizzy.
Okay.
Had this new rock and roll sound to it. My mom, she started me out with the whole AC/DC and Deep Purple. She listened to that stuff. And then I was out with my grandma on my birthday, and she wanted to give me a birthday present. And I said, well, I've been listening to this band for a while. Went to the CD shop, we picked it up. So I spun that for I don't know how fucking long until that one broke. And then that started it, basically.
Okay. So then, what was the first death metal band you guys ever remember listening to?
Yeah.
Didn't mean to put you guys on the spot.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Makes me remember my childhood. It has either been some of the early Cannibal Corpse.
Hell yeah.
Or maybe even some early Dying Fetus. I think I remember someone showing me Kill Your Mother, Rape Your Dog.
Mm-hmm.
The music video. Here comes Toby. What's going on? How you doing, Toby?
Yeah, we're doing it too. I think for me it was Sepultura, if that counts. Like,
Sepultura. Okay. Okay.
It was like their Rise tape.
Okay.
And I think our neighbor showed it to us, and we were like, "Fuck, this is some heavy bullshit," you know.
Hell yeah.
And it just evolved from there.
So then, what was the first concert you guys ever been to?
I think it was, for me, it was right after Machine Head released the Burn My Eyes album.
Okay.
And I really dig it, you know. And I was finally allowed by my parents to go out to a concert.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my bro went there and got hooked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
First concert I went to, I was out skating with my little brother, and we heard something familiar, not that far away from the park we were skating in. You could hear, like, I think it was Hammerfall playing something like called, I think it was called Giants of Rock in Denmark. So we snuck through the whole, was it like the kind of a forest really?
Mm-hmm.
And then we had security like on our tails, and we just ran into the crowd, you know, and tried to find two long-haired dudes in a crowd of fucking metal fans, you know, so they didn't even bother like run after us. And then
Right, yeah.
Hammerfall, they stopped playing, and there were Slayer. So
shit.
Then
So
we saw Slayer.
First concert
First
ever.
concert, snuck in.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that was crazy.
So then, since we're on the whole concept of going to concerts, what would you have to say was the most memorable concert that you played or even seen?
Played or seen?
Yeah. It could be either or it could be both.
Shit. First show I did with Kraanium would be the most memorable, because I remember I sat there 2 or 3 hours before the show, almost pissing my pants, you know, because here I am, I'm about to do this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was memorable.
I think for me it was like back in 2007 or 2008 when I saw Suffocation.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I was with my buddy Andy, who used to sing for Vomitus, and now he sings for like Devour the Unborn.
Oh, shit,
And we
okay.
were standing there and we were almost crying because it was so epic, you know.
Hell yeah.
Us tough guys crying because the riffs just hit us right there, you know.
You know, I'm going to put this out there right now. I might cry tonight. Because, like...
I'll give you a hug after the show.
Okay. Because, like, you know, Kraanium and Waking the Cadaver are kind of what started me out on the whole slam thing.
Yeah.
It's like, and Abominable Putridity, too. I remember, you know, when I was younger, I'd go through like YouTube and like just, you know, look up metal and shit, you know, and I'd just listen to it there. And then I remember seeing like Abominable Putridity, and like the cover art was just crazy as fuck. It was not their first album they came out with. It was shit, what was that called? The Anomalies of Artificial Origin.
Oh.
So I listened to that and I was like, holy fuck. And then like right in the suggested was you guys. And it was Double Barrel Penetration, and I was like, yo, and then eventually it got on to like Waking the Cadaver and shit, so, but yeah, I might cry tonight, so.
That's okay. We're all one big happy family, so.
Hell yeah, that's what metal's all about, man.
Yeah, no.
So then, after this tour, what do you guys plan on doing? Is there another tour in the books? Or...
What? Couple small ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Couple small ones, like just around Europe.
Okay.
And also in July, I'm going over to meet Jason, and we're gonna start writing some new songs.
Oh shit.
Just to start something, keep it going, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we have some split in the works. With
shit.
a Canadian band called Excessive Dissipation or something.
Oh
like
shit,
that.
okay, I've heard of them.
Yeah. So there's no rush or anything, but we signed a contract with the CDN network. No, CDN.
CDN Records?
Yeah, CDN Records.
Okay.
So he just basically said take your time. But we're gonna start writing there. I think it might be like 4 or 5 songs each for this split.
Okay.
And hopefully get it out there within the year or maybe next year.
Okay, right on.
And besides that, next year it's either going back to play another tour in Asia or do a South American tour. It's not certain yet because we can't really commit to more than one big tour every year because we have normal life as well.
Right, yeah, you guys work and do all that shit.
So yeah, that's it.
Brutal Assault Festival.
Yeah, Brutal Assault. Yeah, I forgot. That's
Got a
gonna be
couple
cool.
shows lined up before that too. It's gonna be a little tour. We're gonna end up at Brutal Assault. Stay there for the festival.
Right on. So then, with all the bands you toured with, what was one that, like, as soon as you guys got word that, like, you're touring with this band and you, like, shit yourselves? Like, was there any bands like that?
Pyrexia.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was.
And this too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one as well.
If I was you, Mats, if I heard that I was touring America with Waking the Cadaver.
Well, I almost shit my pants, so yeah. And Gorgasm as well,
Yeah. So then so you're going down to Vegas with Waking the Cadaver, and then basically you're heading back up a different route with Gorgasm, and then they're playing Las Vegas, right?
I think
Waking?
Gorgasm.
Gorgasm is playing.
Yeah, and Waking as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're both playing.
Okay.
So one band stops and one band starts tour there with us. And that's a good thing because we said basically that if we are going to come over to the States, we need at least 3 weeks of shows.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's not
It wouldn't be
sustainable and profitable. Yeah.
So then I remember when you were last in the States, you came here to Colorado and played Foothills Gutfest with Kraanium.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Do you remember the lineup for that at all? Because I don't remember at the top.
It's a blur.
Head. It was a blur?
Yeah.
Were there
many years ago, it was like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
But I seem to remember that at that time we also played with James' band, but I can't remember if it was Nefrectomy or some other band he had at that time. That's the only band I remember.
Okay. So then, with Septic Congestion, did you play any big festivals with them, or?
Not big. Like 2 weekends ago, we played Rock the Hell in Switzerland.
Okay.
That's a smaller fest. Super cool little fest.
What kind of bands were on it?
Internal Bleeding were headlining.
Oh shit.
So that was fucking crazy.
Hell yeah.
We had Party Cannon. We had Lividity.
Wasn't Crepitation on that too?
I think they were, yeah. Stillbirth were there as well. There's been a lot of bands on it, yeah.
Yeah, I remember,
and Solace of Fate. Had Andy out there.
Oh, shit.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. I remember, I think it was either last year or the year before. I think it was 2 years ago. I think. Yeah, it was. Fucking Crepitation came all the way out here and did a tour with, Parasitic Ejaculation and Party Cannon.
Yeah.
That was a killer show. And this, this promoter, Swinging Noose Productions, they try to get like at least one big slam show out here at the Roxy. And last year they got Pathology out here, and Parasitic again, and then the year before that was Crepitation and Parasitic.
That was the Legacy of the Ancient tour, was it? Pathology?
I think it was in support of their newly released self-titled album.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And what band was that? I think it was Within Destruction. They were supposed to play it, but I guess they had to drop off. And my buddies in Animus, I think, filled in for them. So I mean, it was an all-around solid show. But so then another question with Septic Congestion. You only have one album out, correct? Yep. Is there any plans for a new one coming out soon?
Yes.
You do?
Hopefully it'll be done by the end of summer.
Okay.
We got material for, I think we got 9 tracks down.
Oh, shit. Okay.
We want to make it at least a 10-track CD.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least what we're aiming for. It has been like an ongoing process because you want to make sure that like all the tracks hit hard.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
want any weak links on it at all. So it has taken some time.
Okay.
It also took some time away from doing shows in Denmark, but we started we had a couple of shows before we did Rock the Hell, and yeah, hopefully it just continues. You know, it needs to be the right balance.
So, what inspired you to play guitar, Mats?
I had like a friend in class who played guitar, and he would always bring his guitar at the school when we had like music lessons, and I just like I need to do that too, and that's basically it. It was like a eureka moment, like oh fuck guitar, you know.
This is my calling.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And then at first couldn't afford to buy a guitar, you know, because I didn't make any money. But then our neighbor, he was throwing away like conveniently enough like one guitar and one drum kit. So my bro, he took the drum kit, I took the guitar, and we
Do you remember?
started jamming.
Hell yeah. Do you remember what kind of guitar that was?
Yeah, it was like one of those Strats wannabe guitars.
Oh,
Really crappy
Strat
sound.
copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I fucking hated playing it, but it's like this is what I had, you know.
Just gotta go with it.
Yeah.
You know? So then, what was the first guitar you remember buying?
It was a Jackson Dinky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you still have that, or
Nah,
no?
I sold it because I didn't really like the Jacksons.
See, my dad's a pretty big Jackson guy too. He plays guitar. He's a big Jackson guy. He's a big Marshall cabinet guy. You know, he's got like a little jam room, you know, and like it's all Marshall and Jackson shit, you know. So since we're on the subject of gear again, what kind of amps do you guys use?
For now, I use Ampeg.
Okay.
That I borrowed. That legend has it. That it's John Gallagher's former,
Right. Yeah.
as we were talking about earlier.
So VH140C. Is that
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the right. And we have endorsed by Legator guitars, so obviously we use Legator guitars. Other than that, I just have like Shure wireless, a little noise gate, and that's it.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
So let's get away from music for a little bit. What do you guys like to do on your free time?
Well, I'm a huge gamer nerd, so
Hell yeah.
I'm a lot. Xbox for me.
Xbox. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of games do you play?
Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
I also started playing not the newest, but the next new Ghost Recon, the Wildlands
Okay.
game. Fucking love it. Also some smaller games like Trials, like the fucking bikes.
Oh yeah.
So fucking hard, man.
And it's addicting.
Yeah,
It
it's
really
fucking
is.
addictive, yeah.
Because like you'll fail and then you'll just be like,
Yeah,
shit.
you'll fail 200 times and then you'll make it, and the feeling is
reward
like
is huge.
fucking euphoric.
You're just like, oh god damn it, I finally did it.
Yeah, and then the next track is 10 times worse. I'm like, I actually broke two controllers just playing that game, so
Really?
it's not really a good game for me to play because I really have like game rage, you know.
Yeah.
Besides that, I fucking love playing airsoft, you know.
Oh yeah.
I've been playing airsoft for like 10 years.
Okay.
And basically music.
Mhm.
That's the three thing that keeps me the most peace, I think. Tattoos, of course.
Oh yeah.
That's my addictions.
What are your hobbies, Jack?
Well, I game too. I'm PC gamer.
Okay.
So, but I play the Borderlands franchise. I love that
Oh
one.
yeah. You excited for Borderlands 3?
I am more than excited.
Hell yeah.
Same here.
Like I'm taking a week off of work just to sit down and play that
Really?
shit. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. We're a couple of guys already kind of made a pact that we're gonna do that. So that's gonna happen.
All right, we're gonna take a week off for Borderlands 3.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
exactly. Yeah, I even told my boss like I need a week off. No, are you going somewhere? Yeah, no, I'm just gonna stay at home. I'm just gonna. This game's coming out. I'm just gonna game for a fucking week. That's
Oh
it.
yeah.
Like,
And you would be like, fucking grow up.
Yeah, probably. Even that's his problem, man. Other than gaming, I play basketball.
Okay.
That since I was yay high. I don't know when I started playing. Like I was 6 years old.
What sort of teams do you follow with basketball?
Like like old school wise, if there's something I love, it's always the Bulls.
Mhm.
Always loved the Bulls. Michael
Bulls.
Jordan and the whole like '96, '97
Mhm.
Bulls was amazing. But now I've been following. Well, you can't really not follow Golden State. You have to
Mhm.
see what the fuck they're up to.
Oh yeah.
And so far, I've been pretty impressed with what fucking Raptors has offered so far.
Mhm.
So those are the two teams I follow right now. But like when it comes to collecting and everything, I love the jerseys, but I get the old school stuff.
Mhm.
I'm a huge Rodman fan because he's just such a charismatic player. Was a charismatic player,
Mhm.
and a fucking lunatic off the court too, man. It was just fucking crazy. So I've been collecting his jerseys and obviously the older Michael Jordan jerseys and
Oh, right
Scottie
on.
Pippen and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So that's kind of like a little obsession.
So then, what would you have to say is like the Grail in your jersey collection? Like if for some reason like you had to sell all of your sports memorabilia, you're keeping this one like no matter what. It could even like have like a sentimental value to you, or
It would be my Michael Jordan homecoming jersey.
Really?
Yeah, the home court, the white one,
Mhm.
the 45.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna part ways with that.
Yeah,
I love that.
no way you can
Plus
get
it,
that.
yeah. Plus it matches my Space Jam 11s.
Oh,
I'm
right
a
on.
huge sneakerhead also. I love fucking collecting Jordans.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
So then, let's go back to the airsoft thing. Are you in any airsoft leagues or teams or anything like that?
Yeah, we have like a little team. It's just like me and three other guys. But basically, we just play when you have the time. Usually, it ends up being me and my roomie playing because the other ones they're always too busy.
Mhm.
But we try to play like at least once every second week, at least around the warmer seasons. But on the summer, but the winter, I never play too much.
Yeah, you don't want to be out in the cold and
Yeah.
freezing your ass off.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you guys play outdoors or like
Yeah.
actual.
Mostly play outdoors in the woods.
Okay.
We don't really have that many places to play like inside and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
it's basically in the woods, because the woods like fucking everywhere in Norway, you know.
Now, what kind of airsoft guns do you have? Like,
I think I have a bit of everything. I have like 10 fucking rifles, 3 fucking guns. I have like a whole room full of equipment. I use only half of it, you know, but it's kind of, I think it's my obsession with gear, because can't really get like, it's very hard to get like real guns, you know, and I'm a huge gun freak. So basically I would buy off like standard guns, like just a normal package, and then I will buy like different parts and just like make them look my own kind of style. I like the more like tactical looks of them, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I'm a huge AK fan.
Right on.
Yeah.
So then, do you ever find like any of the BBs like under your couch or anything like that?
All the fucking time. All the fucking time. It's like guitar picks. They end up on in the weirdest places.
Oh yeah.
And I have cats too as well, so they love to play with the fucking BBs, you know, carrying them around, and yeah, they're everywhere.
So it's kind of getting about to the time where we should close this up. If you guys could say one thing to Martin right now, what would it be?
I would say thanks for looking out for me, because I know he's up there, and I just feel like he's watching over me, and that he's proud of what I'm doing. That's the feeling I have.
Oh yeah.
And that we miss you like hell, you know.
More or less the same.
So I hope that he's proud of what's happening now.
I'm sure he would be proud.
Hopefully.
And I hope he's finally at peace with all that stuff that's struggled.
Oh yeah.
That he has to struggle with in life, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, rest in peace, Martin. We miss you.
Rest in peace, brother.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being a part of this. It was a big pleasure.
Yeah. You're welcome.
But we're gonna close this out. So thanks again.
You're welcome, man.
That's all for today, folks. Want to give a huge shout out to Mats and Jack for taking their time to be a part of this episode. I had a blast chatting with them, hanging out with them, and they're awesome people. Real down to earth. I love those guys. Hope they have a good rest of their tour, get home safe, and hopefully they'll be back soon. Next episode, we're going to have Zach and Keith from Swinging Noose Productions. They're a promoter that is responsible for a lot of good shows that come through here in Colorado. Thank you guys so much for the support. Really means a lot to us, and we'll see you next time.